Okay, so I've had the zero water filter for a week now, so I've kind of gotten a pretty good idea of my daily usage of it. Has it been a week? Maybe it feels like it's been 2 weeks, but I think it's only been a week. Anyway, you'll notice I still have the Brita water pitcher, and there is plenty of liquid in there. And the reason for that is because I'm trying to extend the life of the zero water filter. They are pretty pricey, and if you look on the packaging, it says they give you an estimated lifespan based on the parts per million of your water coming in. And using this little digital meter, I was able to prove that the Brita water filter is actually doing something. It's reducing it by, I think it reduced it by about 100 parts per million. And that is a significant amount to actually have a pretty big impact on the lifespan. Because theoretically, it seems like I'm doubling the lifespan of this filter by continuing to use the Brita filter. So that's pretty cool. Yay! So the other thing is, I mainly use this to fill up the water tank on the coffee machine. And once I do that, I have this ping pong effect where I fill this up as much as I can from here, and then I fill this up from the tap right there, and then I wait for them to both flush all the water through, and then I repeat that process one more time, and that's usually about a whole tank. I'll go through a whole tank about maybe once a day. Basically what I do is I fill up this teapot, and sometimes I'll fill it up twice and have 2 teapots. So just put it under there and just say, give me some hot water, and just fill it up with a couple tea bags. When I make lattes, I just make usually just one latte in the morning, and that's about it. So that's not really much water. But the teapots, that's a lot of water. I originally double filtered from here into the coffee machine, because there's a filter at the bottom of this one. Mainly because I'm trying to avoid descaling issues, and I figured the more filters, the better, to get rid of all the contaminants that could cause a lot of problems. I do have cleaning vinegar, and I do clean it occasionally, but it's better to be safe than sorry, in my belief. One of the things I am getting in my life is next month I'm getting a dog. So when I last had a dog, I was always giving him water from this pitcher, mainly because I felt that if the tap water was not good enough for me, it was not good enough for a dog. So given that that's going to happen, that means there's going to be even more water in this. I don't know if you call it a waterfall effect or a ping pong, but let's just say there's a lot of water. So I'm going to have to think through some of the ideas of how to process a bit more water in a more convenient manner. Than I have something that works now, but who knows? So the water filter in here, his lifespan's effectively doubled by the Brita filter, because he gets rid of half the contaminants, then he gets rid of everything. So I think the next filter, once this goes to a probably anywhere above 6 or maybe above 10, I'll get another water pitcher or a larger. I think they have tanks of some kind, and I'll just let the tank process the water and pre-filter with this, and at that time I can get rid of the Brita water filter, since it really won't be making as much of an impact as a old used pure filter that does make a big impact initially. Yeah, so that's basically it. I was kind of excited about having this feature that this lets you have water come at the bottom. But really, once you actually start using it, you realize there's hardly any pressure, and it's just impractical. It's easier to just grab it by the handle, pour it in somewhere into your cup, and be done with it. Maybe if you have a kid that you think this is just way too heavy for them to pick up out of the fridge, maybe it's better for this, but it's just so slow. I think it takes a bit of pressure as well. Yeah, there's a bit of pressure, so I don't know. Maybe it's not even practical for a kid to use that either. And then the reservoir, although it is a large reservoir, that's about enough to fill up maybe a third. And with the stuff that I'm doing right now, it's like I'm waiting to fill it up 2 more times. Okay, so I think that's about it. I found out the meter they gave me. This thing, this is actually an upgrade. My brother got the same picture a while back, but he didn't get a digital readout, and I think his actually fits in the top of the lid here. But I got a note that with the product that said, "Hey, we upgraded your digital meter, but it's not going to fit within the lid." So that's, I mean, it's not really a nuisance. I don't use this. I only use this when I first got it, just to see how much this filtered out the water, what my water was to begin with, and the effect that this had on it. I guess the only other time I'm probably going to use it is just to see, is it time to change this filter? And right now this is still 0. I think I saw it say 1 once, and I checked it again, it said 0. So I got through a lot of water, but yeah, it's mainly I just go through a ton of water with this and the tea. However, because this does not taste bad, I can taste something in here. But I find that now that I have this, I'm actually drinking water straight. So quite often I would make tea or flavored water, but now I'm just drinking it straight now because there is no horrid taste or a trace of something in the water anymore.